Hey everyone, welcome to Handful of Daisy's DIY. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, I'm Elaine. On my channel, we do furniture flips, thrift flips. Sometimes we build new things. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you're already subscribed, thanks so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate all of you. And for those of you who have bought me a coffee, thank you so much. That does help me buy paint supplies, so I very much appreciate it. If you're interested in supporting my channel, you'll find the Buy Me a Coffee down in the description box. Today we're working on 2 tables. Here's the tables that we're going to be working on. I have a bigger booth at By the Season now. Not a whole lot bigger, but a little bit bigger, so I need to get some more furniture in. So I've got these pieces I need to get ready. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you what project I have coming up. So stay tuned to the end of the video for that. So if you're ready, let's get started. As always, we're going to get started with cleaning. So I'm just using Dawn dish soap to give it a good clean. And I don't know about you, but it seems like every time I have a piece with a drawer, I find something in it. Let me know in the comments below if you found anything in the drawers of your purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and take the knob off. I really could have left it on because I end up painting it at the end anyway. I'm going to use my orbital sander just to give it a good sand on top. It does have some cracks and some gouges that need to be repaired. So I'm going to use my wood filler just to fill in the big scratch and some of the holes that are in the top. I really wanted just to sand this and stain it, but the wood was in such bad shape I wasn't able to do that. So we're going to end up painting it. So I went ahead and put it up on my table so I could get to the bottom piece as well. If you've watched any of my other videos, I use my table a lot to put my pieces up on rather than getting down on the floor. So you can see there's a lot of repair that needs to be done. So I'm going to put that to the side and just let that dry. Now I'm going to start working on the other table. I'm going to give it a good clean as well. Now this one was in pretty good shape, but it was laminate on top, so I wasn't able to sand that one down and stain it either. Also, the drawer was coming apart, so I did use my Titebond glue to glue that back together, and I'm just going to clamp it down and let it dry. I'm going to dry it off, and then I'm going to give it a good scuff sand. I just want to rough up the top a little bit, just enough to for the paint to adhere. I'm just using 220 grit sandpaper just to scuff it down. Then I'm going to use my microfiber cloth and just get all that sanding dust. Now this week we're using Dixie Belle's new fall colors. The first color I'm using for the top is Latte. It's a really pretty color, and it does look just like a latte, which is my favorite coffee. So again, I'm just doing the top and just around the edges of the top, and then we're going to do the bottom in another color. So again, I'm putting this piece up on my work table, and we're going to be using Midnight Sky. This is a black, but it's almost like a charcoal, really dark charcoal gray, not a full black. I'm just giving it a thin coat. I am going to put 2 coats on. So I'll get the first coat on and then let that dry for a couple hours, and then I'll come back and do a second coat. I really love the contrast between these colors. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the Latte and the Midnight Sky. I'm going to do the drawer front and the Latte as well. I'm going to let those dry and go ahead and get started sanding on the other table. And like I said, this wood was in really rough shape. I'm just going to wipe it back with my microfiber cloth just to get all that sanding dust again. And then I'm going to do just the top and the bottom shelf in the Latte. And then I'm going to use the Midnight Sky on the rest of the table. Let me know in the comments below if you've used any of the new Dixie Belle fall colors. I had a hard time deciding which ones to get. The Merlot, which is an orangey red, was really pretty as well. I started to get that one. I may try that one next. Now, I am using an artist brush on the small areas around where I painted the latte because the latte is not dry yet, so I wasn't able to tape it off. I'm just trying to be really careful with the small brush around those edges. And then I'll go ahead and use the regular brush on the rest. It did take a little time using this small brush, but it was easier to get in the little around the edges with that. So once everything's dry, I'm going to use polyacrylic as a top coat. So I'm just using my Dixie Belle sponge to apply it. And I'm going to put about 3 coats of the polyacrylic on the top, letting it dry in between coats. So once I finish up on the top of this table, I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the other table and do the light colored as well. So here's a look at how they turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these colors. I think they turned out beautiful. I'm normally like just the black and white, but this latte with the black really looks good. All right, so I have a new project coming soon. And here it is. Yes, we bought a camper. So I'm going to be redoing the whole inside of this camper. And I'll be doing a series of videos to show you how I do the whole inside. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you're notified when I start uploading those videos. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget you'll find me on Facebook and Instagram at A Handful of Daisies Home Decor. I'll see you next week for another DIY.